Hey everybody, it's Dave Juno, the Meniere's Disease Warrior. Happy Monday. How y'all doing? I'm doing okay for Monday afternoon. Wasn't doing too good this morning, but I feel better. So over the weekend, we had somebody in the group I moderate, and he says he wasn't, but you could tell he was diagnosing people with TMJ. Okay, somebody would post that they were having vertigo or this or that, and he was just concentrating on the jaw, and that's all it was. And he'd leave 7 or 8, 9 posts and comments, and it, to the point where at one point I asked him if he was a doctor because it was just, I talked to the admin team and they were thinking, yeah, this guy's diagnosing people. Excuse me. So I decided to see if there was a correlation between Meniere's disease and TMJ. Because I do know TMJ, the symptoms can mix. I didn't know how. Okay, really didn't understand it. So I did it. I looked it up. And I know I did something when I did Meniere's TMJ, and it was a little thing. But I did some more research because I kind of want to get the other side of the ball, per se, the TMJ side, and see what these doctors say. And what they're saying is that you get almost similar symptoms when your jaw's out of alignment. Okay, it could pinch the eustachian tubes. Like mine are deformed, so they're always pinched. But it could be pinching the eustachian tubes and causing that fluid to build up in the middle ear, which can cause vertigo, equilibrium problems. Okay, and probably might push back so far that it will put pressure on the cochlear. So you could get vertigo from that, and you could, in your hearing will probably be muffled. And then as soon as that's released, like let's say you do have TMJ and they knock that thing back into alignment, the fluid drains, your hearing comes back, and the ringing stops. So there's a correlation that is there. Okay? But the difference is that the fluid that's being backed up because your eustachian tube is being pinched isn't the same fluid that's in your cochlear itself. Because the fluid in your cochlear is like stomach acid, okay? And there's 3 chambers. If one of these chambers ruptures, which is a common cause, okay, now you're going to get vertigo because the fluids are mixing together. They're not supposed to mix together. And they're almost like a stomach acid. So they mix together. And then once they separate and that heals, they separate, then you're back to not having vertigo. With TMJ, you're going to have vertigo a lot until that's realigned. Okay? And sometimes you can realign it yourself. You go like that and it'll pop back in. But, so that's kind of the difference. Okay? You still get the ear fullness. But one's because the cochlear has too much fluid in it, and the other one is there's too much fluid in the middle ear. And that's from your sinuses, postnasal drip. You always get mucus or something going on in here because it's to help you prevent getting sick. So, that's that. But the other thing I was seeing was the gentleman was saying that 80% of people think they have Meniere's. It's actually TMJ. That was kind of an incorrect number, and he was saying from people he asked, it's less than that. Okay, it's maybe you can have both actually, but it's less than that 80%. And from the things I was seeing, it might have been about maybe 40%, and that was misdiagnosed. And 20% of that might have been misdiagnosed. Okay, but there's a reason why they an ENT will do all these scans. That could be one of them. So, I'm sure if they saw that your jaw was out of alignment in an MRI or a CAT scan, saw something in the jaw, they would refer you to a specialist for that. Okay, I don't think they would take it upon themselves to say you have Meniere's. At least not in this day and age. Maybe 10 years ago, but not in this day and age. And when I had implants done in jawbone, I had bone graft because I have degenerative bone disease in my jaw. It was before I had the vertigo, so before anybody says, "Oh, well, that's what's causing your Meniere's disease." No, there's a correlation there, but that's not what did it. It was before that. They did scan me for TMJ, and I don't have it because it's the same type of X-ray that they do. Because it was on the lower jaw, so it was the same type of X-ray. The doctor who did my implants was awesome. He was exact and this and that, explained the whole thing, blah 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 blah. But no, I don't have TMJ, so I had those scans. He sent the scans to my doctor, so just to prove it. So yes, I know my Meniere's was not caused from TMJ. Okay, and let's face it, people don't know why you get Meniere's disease. There's so many theories. There's hereditary is a theory, autoimmune is another theory, a virus is another theory. Actually, TMJ is a theory. It's not a definite. Okay, that was the other thing that gentleman left out, is that it's a theory. It's not a definite. Okay, because they really don't know what causes it. They still don't. After 100 and some odd years, 150 years, they still don't understand it. And it's a hard thing to do. I mean, you gotta think, like, your heart is like the size of your fist, right? Your cochlear is only that big. It's like, that's not very big. It's small. It's not a very big organ back there. So it's kind of hard, and it's in your head. It's not like they can cut you open and, look at your spleen and look at your pancreas and look at your colon and all this stuff. They have to cut your head open. And then pull out the cochlear. And if they pull out the cochlear, guess what? You're deaf and you're in a wheelchair. So, that's so it's a hard thing to do. As Dr. Gasek had told me, because he always believed it was a virus. He had said to me, "Well, the only way you can tell it's a virus is if you're dead." And I'm like, "Well, you're not killing me." And he kind of laughed, and I laughed. But it was just kind of like, that's what he explained to me. So, I'm not saying donate your body to science. You can if you want. That's your problem. But as far as TMJ, is it worth getting looked into? Yeah, if you're having jaw pain, okay, or a lot of facial pain, yes, and that's when your vertigo is happening. Yeah, look into TMJ. Call your dentist or call whoever to see if you can find somebody who specializes in TMJ. Go online. There's plenty of people that do specialize in it. Yeah, that makes sense. But don't take the word of somebody on the internet who is not a doctor, because, like I've said before, what works for you, it doesn't mean it's going to work for somebody else, and what works for somebody else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You go out and buy all these jaw splints and all this other stuff, and it doesn't work. Now for him it worked. But also, if he's got TMJ and it works, that's great. And the stuff never comes back. But what happens if it does? And he's still doing all these exercises and doing all this stuff. So you never know. Meniere's can go into a remission period. It can. We don't know how, we don't know why, but it can. We won't get symptoms for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years. And then all of a sudden, bam, it comes back. Remission means stop it, the growth of whatever is stopped, or the aggression of it is stopped, or is slowed down. It doesn't mean you don't have it. Okay, it's like people with cancer when they go into remission. The chemo put them in remission. They're in a remission period. They're in a period where the cancer is not progressing. Okay, it's somewhat maybe dormant for now, and that's great. But it could come back. Okay, and they're told that it could come back. So that gentleman might just be in a remission period, just happen to be happenstance of this and of TMJ. Could be anything. But yeah, as far as, I've talked about it before, if somebody's trying to diagnose you online about what you have, only you and your doctor know your body. That other person doesn't. So please don't listen to them. Okay, get checked. I mean, he was saying it, not very often, see a specialist. But not very often he was telling people to go to Amazon and buy splints and all this stuff. And you don't want to do that. I don't want to see somebody getting hurt. or doing something that's going to screw them up even worse. So, on that note, hey, hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, whatever. I don't know when I'll make another video, but I hope you guys all have a good day. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you later. Bye.